Cleveland, the site of the Republican National Convention. The GOP now officially has its nominee, and his name is Donald Trump. The grand old party is now the party of Trump. It may be fractious, it may be messy, but true to form for a one-time reality star, it is rarely boring. History was made here tonight. Donald Trump's 4 adult children appearing with the New York delegation during the roll call vote that formally awarded their father his hard-fought prize.
And it is my honor to be able to throw Donald Trump over the top in the delegate count tonight. Congratulations, Dad. We love you.
Everybody knows the song. It is now official. Donald J. Trump, a businessman with 0 prior political experience, has now officially won the nomination for president of the Republican Party, which he will accept right here in this room on Thursday night. Trump later appeared by video in the hall.
Today has been a very, very special day. Watching my children put me over the top earlier. The party seal, what we did, getting the party's nomination, I'll never forget it. It's something I will never, ever forget.
But during the celebrations after he officially clinched the nomination, what many saw as a telling moment, 3 of Trump's children, Don Jr., Eric, and Ivanka, hugging. Awkwardly left out for a minute, their younger half-sister, Tiffany.
Please welcome.
Hours later, Tiffany, a 22-year-old who we have not often heard from during this campaign, strode onto the stage to speak in primetime.
Please excuse me if I'm a little nervous. When I graduated college a couple of months ago, I never expected to be here tonight addressing the nation.
Tiffany is Trump's only child from his marriage to his second wife, Marla Maples. This interview with Barbara Walters, one of her rare appearances since the campaign began.
I'm so happy to be Tiffany Trump. I'm so happy to be, in the family I'm in with my siblings and my father and my mother.
Her Instagram account shows her living a pretty typical life for a 22-year-old heiress, that is. She's even released this single called Like a Bird. On stage tonight, Tiffany took pains to portray her often polarizing father as a doting dad.
I always look forward to introducing him to my friends, especially the ones with preconceived notions, because they meet a man with natural charm and no facade.
It was a confident performance by a political novice, not unlike the speech delivered by her stepmother, Melania, last night.
It would not be a Trump contest without excitement and drama.
That speech, however, almost immediately became the source of controversy, with charges that it was plagiarized from Michelle Obama's 2008 convention speech. Here are the speeches side by side, their strikingly similar passages highlighted.
Because we want our children and all children in this nation to know.
Because we want our children in this nation to know
that the only limit to the height of your achievements is the reach of your dreams and your willingness to work hard for them.
That the only limit to your achievements is the strength of your dreams and your willingness to work for them.
The Trumps woke up to this front page headline, "Thanks, Mrs. Obama." And all day today, the internet was having a field day. The hashtag Melania Trump trending. Team Trump shifting into damage control, denying that the words were lifted. Before the speech, Melania told NBC she wrote it.
I wrote it and with a little help as possible.
But today, the campaign said Melania's team of writers took notes on her life's inspirations and in some instances included fragments that reflected her own thinking. To you, was that a case of plagiarism?
It was pretty much taking verbatim what Mrs. Obama said, so it's as close as plagiarism as you can get. I would call it plagiarism, sure. It wasn't word for word, but it was close enough.
We sat down with Matt Latimer, a speechwriter in the Bush White House. What do you think went wrong there?
These are people who are not seasoned political operatives. They don't have a strong bench of speechwriters, sort of an amateur operation.
World News Tonight anchor David Muir spoke about the controversy with Donald Trump Jr.
What do you make of the striking similarities?
Listen, I don't think there was anything in there that's that novel in terms of those particular lines. When she talks about immigration, when she talks about her son, to me that was the stuff that was much more striking.
But she did say in an interview that she wrote the speech.
No, what she said was she wrote as much as she possibly could.
Hours later, Donald Trump Jr. took the stage and delivered what was a very well-received speech.
We've actually started to believe that solving our great problems is an impossible task. And that's why we need to elect a man who has a track record of accomplishing the impossible.
Don Jr., a father of 5 who works for his father in real estate, talking about both policy and personal matters.
Growing up, my siblings and I, we were truly fortunate to have choices and options that others don't have. We want all Americans to have those same opportunities.
The official theme of night 2 of the convention was making America work again.
What's up, GOP?
And there were some interesting choices up on the podium, including the head of the Ultimate Fighting Championship.
I'm sure most of you are wondering, what are you doing here?
Out on the streets here in Cleveland, protesters of all stripes pouring into the official free speech area called Public Square. Here we have the First Amendment in all of its glory. Anarchists wearing bandanas. Beyond them, religious conservatives shouting through a megaphone. Enormous numbers of reporters. This gentleman over here with the rifle. Large number of police officers. And then also we've got budding entrepreneurs like these gentlemen over here selling homemade Trump t-shirts for $10. America.
People are race color.
Things got pretty heated when a right-wing conspiracy theorist named Alex Jones started barking into his megaphone.
We are here to expose what's happening. We are here to expose the world.
Then a scuffle. A common complaint amongst anti-Trump protesters that he is a racist. Engaging black voters is now the job of this woman. Omarosa Manigault is the newly appointed Director of African American Outreach for the Trump campaign. You may remember her from The Apprentice.
I didn't come here to make friends. I said that from day one.
When you hear Donald Trump referred to as a racist, which happens not infrequently, what's your response to that? You know him.
I don't just know him through headlines. I know Donald Trump's heart. I know him as a person. And I have to acknowledge that he is racial. And let me let you know what that means. That means when he talks about illegal immigrants and they're coming from different countries, that triggers racial reactions from people because he's talking about racial incidents. But that does not make him a racist. I think we throw that term around way too loosely.
We saw for ourselves how tough this reality star can be when she interrupted our interview.
Excuse me, I'm in the middle of an interview. Seriously, you're really loud. Thank you.
An interesting moment there, that special pizzazz you so often see from people in Trump world.